remedy this sticky key problem has to do with the pieces are older rubber. Here's one key that's not doing what it should. So we have this lifted up, braced with a deodorant, and then there's a spring right toward the back. And you use a hook to pull the spring out, holding it with my finger so it doesn't sprung away. When you pull the spring out, you'll see that one side is a little bit more angled than the other. More angled side will go to the back. Set that aside. Now at the back, and it's very hard to see this, and you probably won't be able to see it in the video because it's so small, there are soft plastic holders for two very delicate gold springs. You're going to push those with using two hands, push those to the back gently without distorting the springs. That will release it from the key itself. And then separate the two with your hand. And then lift the key up as far as it'll go, pull it forward, and it will release from this latch. I'm going to put a little mild detergent on it to clean it and wipe it on my pants. There we go. Okay, so what we have in here is a little hook that you use to pluck the key out. The hook goes through a piece of white plastic. At the bottom of that, where it goes through, is a little rubber grommet. You slide that forward, and whatever you do, don't release it because you're going to have to take all the keys out. With a 320 grade, 300, there it is, somewhere. There it is. Told you they're small. With 320 grade paper, about 20 times back and forth on the side of the grommet. And that'll just take a little of this rubber off, which is very old and has distorted and stretched. Some of them it hasn't, some it has, so you check your sticky keys first. Rub it some more on the other side of the sides of this grommet. Okay, and then we have taken down the sum of the rubber. Blow off any extra bits, then slide it back on. It's symmetrical, so it can go front to back or side to side. And put it back in place. Take the key up again, hook it under, and let it drop. If it drops easily, then the rubber grommet has been pulled back far enough. So then pull the plastic piece that's underneath forward again into it. Okay? And now it's nice and loose. And then take this little hooky thing, hook it to the back, and with your, whoops, and with your, the back holder, and then with your hook, bring it forward around the plastic. And now a perfectly legitimately free key. This won't happen with the black keys because they have less of a grommet. But there we go, I've now got to do this one. So that's how it's done. Let me Okay, we're going to deal with this sticky key. Okay, I'll hook this spring. I'm going to carefully set it aside, noting that it has two sides. Let's see that in there. Whoops. So that one is bent more than the other, and so that's the one that goes on the back metal hook. Now I'm going to push this back very carefully. It's soft plastic. I'll push it back without distorting the springs it's attached to. And lift these two pieces apart. You can see it's attached to springs. I'm just going to let that sit back there. It won't fall off the springs by itself. Lift this up, unhook it, and out it comes. Then I need to go in here and push this piece of rubber forward. And there it is. I have this little piece of rubber. Symmetrical front to back and side to side. And these sides have spread out. So that's what I'm going to take this. This is the 320 grade. Turn it over and do the other side. And not quite flat. I don't want it totally flat, just enough to get rid of some of that. And then make sure it's clean. Put it back in place. Again, careful not to lose it. Then we're going to set this key back up, hook, and drop. Does it feel like it's going to go? No, it still feels a little sticky. So take it back out again. Take this piece back out again. And give it a little bit more of this. I'm going to do it on my foot, which is going to be out of the video just because it's a smoother surface and I can get that better. Okay. Okay, that should be it. And constantly, carefully test this each time. Each time you do it, carefully test it. Back in place. Key up. Hook. And drop. Does it feel like it's loose? Yes, now it feels like it's loose. So I'll take this piece in the back and I'll slip it back on to the metal. Careful not to bend those little tiny springs back, those little gold springs. Put this back, remembering that the bent end goes here. Hook it with my hook and over the plastic. And look, a nice responsive key.